on them, and now they're going into the full collapse system. But the globalists have written countless books and white papers. They know the natural collapse that tyranny causes, that then normally shakes out the tyranny, and people have a chance to restart. Sometimes it gets worse, sometimes it gets better. They openly say we're going to have a controlled collapse to make sure we stay on top and consolidate power and expand our power through that. But if you look at Eastern European rulers, Western European rulers, Mesoamerican tribes, if you look at Asian rulers, in any period of history going back 6,000 plus years, in every single case of recorded history, countries, nations, nation-states, empires always go bad. And there's always denial about it. Because by the time you've gone from liberty and freedom that creates incredible wealth, then the next generation stops taking it as serious, starts becoming decadent, corrupt people move into positions of power. They set precedents to get away with more and more corruption. They recruit more of their people, set new precedents, until finally it's just accepted that the government and ruling corporate class can do whatever they want. And if we look at the psychology, I talk a lot about Hitler, Stalin, Mao, Pol Pot, killing tens of millions, slaughtering, murdering for no reason. Even when people were submitting to Lenin, the NKVD would come back to him, the internal secret police, and say, all right, we've killed half this town. We've done all this. And they would say, kill more. Well, who do we kill? Kill randomly. Terrorize them. I want more blood. It's really just a sicko. See, people like Ted Bundy, who are really smart, become governors. They become Fox News hosts, CNN hosts. They become Homeland Security deputies because now they can get away with their evil. They can make everything they're doing secret, government becoming more secret, corporations becoming more secret, while they write unconstitutional laws to make everything we do public. So they have that advantage of intelligence, of armaments, of propaganda, of resources. And so you look at every culture. You might get a strong king who, won through war and whatever, and who wanted to build up his people, and you'd have a cycle of the philosopher king sometimes, and milk and honey. But then their kid gets in. They're corrupt and decadent. Then their kid gets in, even worse. Then their cousin kills them. This person's, a schizophrenic lunatic. And they just go hog wild nuts. We have now reached that hog wild nuts area. I mean, go back 4,000 years ago in the Mayan kingdom in Central America and Southern North America. They might do, out of a city of tens of thousands of people, a handful of sacrifices a year. And that was the priest class training people, give me something that's really worth something to you. Show you're under my mind control. Well, if you'll give them your kids to have their heart cut out, you're under mind control. You fast forward 1,000 years to where they were sacrificing so much of their population was going down. They had killed off all the other tribes around them. Because for elites, it's not enough to have 20 mistresses. What's taboo? Strangling a child after you torture them. What's taboo? Burning down a city for fun. What's taboo? Crucifying 5,000 people because you feel like it. Roman legions. And then they start competing with each other. Then they have cultures of extremism where the leaders have got to be more ruthless than their underlings or they'll lose the respect of their psychopathic servants. That's how the psychopath psychology works. Then they begin brainwashing the general public to be like them so they're accepted of it. They start having gladiatorial games with people killing each other. So you'll cheer your neighbor being killed this week and nobody will stand up for you when you're being killed a month later. So they've taken all of this, the globalists understand it, and they've institutionalized it. And you've got the British and Dutch royalty and the Rothschild royalty, for any lack of a better term, and the Asian corrupt elites and the Hispanic corrupt elites. All of them are the same. They are birds of a feather flying together. They enjoy what they're doing. And so to them, it's beautiful. Death and destruction. Have you seen the most popular art? It's not Monet's, it's not Van Gogh's, it's not Leonardo da Vinci, it's not famous Dutch painters. No, it's now $25 million for a skull with maggots coming out of it. It's $10 million for a baby, you know, with disemboweled in a tank of formaldehyde. It's when you look at Christie's auctions, the Wall Street, the elites, Schwarzenegger. I've seen stuff he's purchased. I mean, it is dead children covered in maggots. Their favorite thing is dead children covered with maggots. Or Schwarzenegger, one of his favorite artists, and there's photos of him online going to Germany to see the displays, is like dead babies in Nazi uniforms. I mean, folks, because they've had it all, and they got into darkness, and it wasn't enough. The studies show it's the same with porn. You know, you're 15 years old looking at Playboy, you're shocked and amazed by it. Now you look at it, it does nothing for you. And so what it does is it sears the nerve endings, basically. It turns it into where you're like just a zombie. So they're artificially turning us in to biological android facsimiles of their psychopathic system. And you've got all the elites interbreeding genetically, passing on the psychopathic traits. Stay with us.
Afraid to answer it? Afraid to answer your door? Did you know that debt settlement, bankruptcy, and attorneys will cost you about 10 times more than you would legally be required to pay creditors? These are not ways to help you get out of debt. They are expensive payment plans. And if you're in debt already, does it make sense to load yourself up with another payment plan? Zero debt in 90 days gets you out of debt in 90 days, guaranteed. And that's the website you need to visit right now, zerodebtguaranteed.com. Zero debt in 90 days gets you out of debt without a payment plan and without attorneys or going to court. ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com is the quickest solution to debt relief on the planet. If you have more than $25,000 in credit card debt, student loans, or difficult mortgage situation, we can help, and we are the only organization to provide written guarantees on the results. Go to ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. That's ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
If you're in a service business, that's money ringing in your ears. If your phone's not ringing, chances are it's a problem with your marketing. Landscapers, painters, roofers, carpet cleaners, pet sitters, handymen. Anyone with a residential service business can build a huge and loyal customer base fast with the Magic Yellow Flyer. No more expensive newspaper, yellow pages, or internet pay-per-click ads. The Magic Yellow Flyer will have new customers calling you within 1 week. The Magic Yellow Flyer marketing system is the most effective and inexpensive way to build a referral-only service business in a short period of time. And the Magic Yellow Flyer comes with an outrageous 1-year guarantee. You will get new customers or your money back. For details, go to MagicYellowFlyer.com. No matter what business you're in, the Magic Yellow Flyer marketing system will work for you. Visit MagicYellowFlyer.com. Put the Magic Yellow Flyer to work for you today. Visit MagicYellowFlyer.com.
So I hope that fleshes it out for people just a little bit historically. Why does every tyranny start huge wars and start slaughtering people for no reason? Why do their armies dress in black? Why do they rape and kill women? Because they recruit evil people in, and then they can never get enough evil people, so they start selling torture is virtuous. Jack Bauer is a hero. They start selling you that secret arrest is good, that cutting corners is good. And that's to get good people who they see as weak-minded to accept the wicked paradigm as something that's good. And there's no doubt that we're going into the worst of tyrannies. There is no doubt that the corruption is even worse than I could even imagine. Every day they scale new heights or depths of depravity. And none of us are safe. And we better understand that and get that through our head. And if you are a person who loves liberty and truth, and if you're someone who can see through all this and understand what's going on, I mean, you don't have to see through it now. It's out in the open. Then you better do everything you can in small ways every day to alert people to what's happening and to stand up to corruption. Because they've tried to break our will, break our back, where we just kind of, yeah, I know it's corrupt. I'm done. Just leave me alone. You can't do that. You've got to face these bullies down. You've got to call them out for what they are. They think we're so weak. They're all over the news saying, yes, we want to kill most people. Yes, we want to kill babies. Yes, we want to cut your energy off. Yes, we want to destroy your industry. I mean, they actually say this and then say they're good. See, first they teach us there's no right and wrong. Oh, don't criticize the Aztec culture. You know, every culture is different. Oh, really? Was the Nazi culture good? Obviously, no. They take your capacity away, or at least try to. They try to put it into suspended animation where you can't make decisions about what's good or bad. And then they start telling you what's good. See, you're not allowed to have a view. They've got a view, and they're going to cram it down your throat in an arrogant, over-the-top way. They act like everything they're doing is good when it's obviously bad. It's time to get in their face and let these scum know we're not backing down. Dale in Indiana, who's a farmer, go ahead.
Yes, Alex, long-time listener, first-time caller here. We had a situation developing here in Indiana in our county through the zoning board out here. And the zoning board was wanting to limit how many times the landowner, the farmer, could subdivide his land to sell a portion of it off. And so... Yeah, that's always done, so you got to go buy off the politicians for a variance. Right. Well, then... there was about 60 landowners at the zoning board meeting, and two gentlemen got up and spoke in opposition to it. And then I raised my hand and got up and went and addressed the board. And I said, and I pointed my finger over to the county attorney, and I said, he's the fiduciary for everything that goes on in this county. And he says, no, I'm not. I says, oh, yes, you are. He says, oh, no, I'm not. I says, now listen. It doesn't make any difference what any of these board members want to do in this county. Before they can do anything, they have to pass it by you to get your okay. So that makes you the fiduciary. And being the fiduciary takes on liability. Now, if there's anything unconstitutional being done in the county, in any of these counties within the United States of America, that county attorney is orchestrating the global system being implemented. It is. It's Agenda 21, and that's good. They're making it personal, but they always say it isn't personal. You go, listen, it's personal now. And when you see them in a restaurant, you walk up and tell who they're with. You know you're with a dirtbag, don't you? You shun them. We stopped licking their boots and calling them officials or authorities. So what did he do after you pointed out what he was up to? Well, 2 weeks later, he resigned his position and left the county. Good. He moved on to find some good slaves he could bleed. Anything else? That's about it, but... All right, I'm out of time. God bless you. Great job, crew. Retransmission starts now, Infowars.com.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth.